Okay, it's 7:45, so it's better we should begin. And I welcome everyone here to this session on discussing how generative AI can be used for educational purposes. And this idea just came with help of Dr. Jinal only. She suddenly asked me on LinkedIn that, are you going to have something on education? See, education was taking slightly a backseat because I was more focusing on the content on marketing. But I thought that the marketing content is not coming anyhow before mid-May, let us say. So, and I had today's like somewhat free, so I wanted to utilize that day. But I will avoid giving you some kind of framework and all. This session will be more like a cheat sheet. It will be more like a cheat sheet. You will get some quick fixes, but by how that I will take on a later date. Maybe that's a proper methodological workshops needs to be done. It cannot be covered in 40-45 minutes. So we will have some kind of cheat sheets. Like if somebody miss, I will just share that what participants have filled in the form. Just a second. So this is what the K column will show you, that what the participants there have filled while registering. So we see that a lot of interest in like teaching strategies, assessment, class discussions, real world cases for teaching. It will be hard for me with real world cases to develop a case and also that to a real world using generative AI. It will not be easy because that you need copyright permissions. Hypothetical cases can be built, but still in 45 minutes it will be difficult. Games, small discussion we can have. PPTs, writing papers is not part of this teaching. This is more focused on teaching, writing papers, research analysis. And if we even going forward, means I got a theme that most of us like teaching pedagogy, making quizzes and on making papers was what was falling under the purview. Some people have written data analytics and also I'm not sure why they have written DAX and all. So that is not going to be covered in case you have been joining. And some person has written data analysis DAX. I'm not going to cover Power BI in this session at all. And so preparing quizzes somewhere we will touch lecture preparation, feedback, notes, class PPT, that all we will touch based on how interactive you guys get, how many questions you are able to put and we can address. But because this session was coming with a request from Professor Jinal only, so I will ask her to take over and then we can discuss. All are invited to help her and also are invited to chip in case she's not able to ask something or she's not able to be more clearer. And if you want to put your points, you are most welcome. Everybody's mics are on. And those who are not able to attend, I will be putting this recording on YouTube and you will get a URL and others can also watch at a later point in time. Okay, so now I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Now I welcome Professor Jinal Shah. She is from Nursing Monji, Mumbai campus, if I'm not wrong. And
It's a
she has
Navi
been
Mumbai campus.
Navi Mumbai campus, right? So please, Jinal, ma'am, you can introduce yourself to the other members and we can proceed from
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Jinal Shah from NMIMS Navi Mumbai. And Professor Nigam has been actively posting a lot of content on LinkedIn about use of AI, and he's been doing a lot of workshops. So that kind of created a curiosity in me that is there an opportunity where we educators can also learn AI techniques, tools, and make our content creation generation work easier. Like we have to prepare worksheets, we make PPTs, sometimes we have to make small caselets, or develop some quizzes, or if we can develop some activities. So I thought, okay, if Dr. Nigam can guide us on that front, and that's how. So very grateful to you, sir, that you agreed for this. So let me know what I'm required to do next.
So, Miss, what is your urgent requirement? Do you want me? There are certain like quizzes, preparing questions, or preparing course
PPT.
content,
PPT. So,
PPT. So I will not be able to get the free versions or the versions that I use for demonstrations and all, so that all people can do. Will not give you the complete PPT as an output.
okay.
What you will get is like slide one content, slide two content, slide three content, so on and so forth. Then you have to copy paste it in your uh,
Okay.
PPT. Is
Okay.
I will not be dealing with the. I also do not have access
So
right now
so
to any
so
ready-made software that generates a
so
finished PPT.
so my student today mentioned that there's a site called a Slide Go
Yeah, yeah.
that could so
Yeah, so we will not be going to any promotional side of things. We are going to use a free GPT that everybody has access to. Because we are not going to dependent on any tool.
okay,
It's only the basic GPT that so that everybody can learn rather than going to specific something.
sure. Okay, okay.
So before that, many our names are new over here. What is uh, the way I'm going to deal with? I will refer to some of the things content that I've held in the previous workshop. In the frameworks, I one of the common examples those of you been dealing with means anything that you need to do in case you have anything from that you want to copy, like copy in the sense that like that content in the way the structure of it. So suppose you find that like a presentation. So you find some presentation that you want in a different subject, different chapter, maybe totally different, but you like how that presentation or how that content was there. The easiest way is to use some few shots example kind of technique in which you upload some sample, you make the GPT to learn that please browse these presentations. I want the content that I want to prepare. I want it to prepare in the similar lines. So then you attach some PPTs. So in case there are some PPTs, and if you want, ma'am, Gina, so ma'am, so you can share like on your screen, and then we will guide you how to attach and all the PPT. If you have Chat GPT and some PPT ready, in which you find that these PPTs are my ideal PPTs. I want content of any other chapter or any other subject to match this kind of framework or outline structure.
So I have one PPT which it's very raw right now, but
Okay.
I think we can start this. So
Uh, do you have any
so
finished PPT? Because in the few shots, you have to show something that is finished, that is polished, and then that software or the GenAI tool will tell you that how to make the in new
okay,
format. You need
okay,
something polished that is that and
okay. So I think I have one. I can share the screen. Uh, so are you able to see this?
yes, you are able to see this.
Okay. So should I make it in the full? So is the full PPT visible? Like I'm changing the
Yeah.
slide.
So no, that's not visible. If you do not share your complete screen, then it will not change. You have to share your
Okay,
entire screen.
okay, okay. I'll do
I mean, the
that
slides are
again.
at least not changed.
Okay, I'll do it again. Entire screen. Okay. Are you able to see the
Yes,
slides? And I'm
yes,
changing
yes,
it.
yes.
Okay. So this is the PPT that I have. I would want to make it less heavy. Right now, it's very content heavy. So,
Okay.
so this is one
So,
PPT. Yeah.
so what I would request is to get out of this, and
Hmm.
this is on Digital in India initiative. So less heavy in the sense that you mean it's lots of words are there. You want to reduce the
Yeah.
words. What you want?
Yeah.
Right?
I would want to make. I just have the key bullet points, key pointers.
Okay. So yes, you open GPT and you have to share the screen. Then only it will happen. There's no need to close your sharing screen. You have to open any
Okay.
software that you have access to.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that. I have the app of ChatGPT. So is that fine? I
Anything is
think.
fine. Anything is fine.
I'll just share again the screen. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you're able to see this? My screen?
Yes.
ChatGPT.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the positive sign you are seeing, the
Hmm.
plus sign, there you can attach your
Yeah.
presentation. Do not execute it. I will let you know what you have to do. Do not take up upload from computer. Attach your presentation over there, whichever presentation you were trying to refer to.
Okay. So upload from computer, right?
Yes, upload from computer. Attach the presentation.
Okay. Entrepreneurship and initiatives.
Just wait and do not execute it.
Hmm.
So now the thing with GPT is, or any generative AI, let me say, whenever I'm saying GPT means let us take it as synonymous to generative AI, I'm telling, because it's just like photocopy and Xerox. For me, it's like photocopy and Xerox. Xerox kara rahe,
Yeah,
photocopy. So the
yeah.
thing is, you have attached a presentation, but GPT or the generative AI doesn't know that what you want to do with it or what it is, or you have to tell what is the context. These are some of the things that I was covering in the foundational workshop that I had, the like 10 hours workshop. So you have to tell what is the context and what you want to do. Why are you attaching this? And some hint, if everybody is following, is you have to write in bullet points. Like the thing is, this attention span, if you write everything like a big chunk of paragraph, first thing you have
Okay,
to be very, very expressive. You have to be very expressive that what you want to do. In first go,
okay,
it may not come. After 3, 4 times, it may come. And then over after period like 2, 3 months, you will know that how to write.
okay.
But the thing is, if you write everything in a large paragraph, like 10, 15 sentences without breaking them up, so what the GPT is, it doesn't have its own brain in the sense that it tries to predict what the next
Hmm,
world is.
hmm,
So
hmm.
and then it is like for us, as we start reading, right, we start skipping the words because we understand the context as we read any book. Like I read marketing, so what is marketing management? Then some words are I am familiar with. I start skipping the words. So in case
Hmm.
everything is in chunk, it will
Hmm.
not focus on the complete.
Okay, okay.
So if something critical is there, it's wise to break it in 1 step, 2 step, 3 step without executing it, just like stepwise. You break the things that are very important so that it's once a break is there, it starts again reading. Reading starts
Okay,
again.
okay.
So
So,
like
a
uh,
command like this will not help if
so
I say
let
that
us
this.
miss this is like full Anna. I want you to execute it. Then we will do it again in a fresh chat. I would like others to also see. If I give you the perfect thing in one go, then this session will
Okay,
over in
okay,
20 minutes. So just we are going
okay.
to read. Don't execute it. Let us all read. Miss now,
Hmm.
Professor Jinal, are you satisfied what you have written as of 7:57?
Yeah,
Because
I
we are
think the
okay.
basic command is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would request everyone, please see what Professor Jinal has tried. This is a PPT. Is very text heavy. I want to have bullet points. It talks about government schemes to promote entrepreneurship. Okay, execute it.
Okay.
And now, because this is your content, Ms. M, you are the best evaluator. If this what you wanted to have, Ms., you should not say that I'm compromising. This is fine. I mean, if this is
Hmm.
fine or this is the best, this is the ideal thing that you were thinking in your mind once you're trying to execute. Because you will should always have, with everybody who tries to use it, you should always have a vision what my end goal is.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm. Hmm.
today morning, those who are following me on LinkedIn, they would have seen that I have loaded as in 27 pitfalls of marketing and generative AI. There's a huge document. I had some vision. I didn't have the exact 27 number, but I had some ballpark going in my mind. I have specifically on that front page only, I have written the disclaimer that this content I have been taking assistance from generative AI and all. So, but you similarly for this kind of work, when you are uh, thinking, so you have to have some end goal in mind. It should not be the ideal goal, but like you
Hmm.
should know that I want this. So now my question is, what you have generated is is this what you were looking forward?
Uh, I think the content over here has shrunk a lot. Some more text would have helped, but this is okay. I mean, I would appreciate if there was some more lines or some more content.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss, can you scroll, Miss? Like as everything is, Miss, this is what is happening is every line that is you're seeing, right? So what is
Huh.
this GPT is telling you that this is one slide. Now you have to copy this in. Suppose this
Hmm.
Skill India initiative is the title
Hmm.
slide header, and then
Hmm.
these are the 4 points.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Similarly, you have to copy paste, copy paste. So, how much was the original number of slides that you uploaded?
Let me just see. There were 20 slides.
20
There were
slides.
20.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. I mean, that is we are able to see one out of 20. That's
Yeah.
fine. Left and
Yeah.
bottom, we are able to see. So that's
Yeah.
fine. So come back to GPT and let us see how many slides it has given you. Rough estimate. Like quickly see.
Okay.
It has. I
Okay.
think it
One.
has not given you more than 5, 6 slides.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Just 5 or 6 slides.
Okay. So, do you want? Are you satisfied with 6 slides? The question is, or do you want miss the goal? Do you want the 20 slides to remain the but the wording should be less, or you want the less number of slides?
So I want 20 slides, but within each slide, the content to be less, but not this less. This is just too less.
Okay. So if
Like,
the participants are able to follow what we are doing, just gives us a thumbs up so that it is making sense to you also. Means there are 15, 16, so now it's my responsibility to engage everyone. Okay. And anybody, anytime have any doubt, means I'm seeing on your chat screens. So don't worry. Means anytime I get a chat, I will quickly read it. So any follow-up questions that can help us to make this session interactive or more rich, it will be very much appreciated. So now, Professor Jinal, go back to your prompt that you have written. That prompt is the command that you are trying to give.
hmm,
So
hmm,
now you see, you have written, this is a very text-heavy PPT. I want to have a bullet point. It talks about so and so forth.
hmm, hmm,
Now, since GPT doesn't know there is no neural network, what were you thinking? You just
hmm,
said you
hmm,
wanted to have the 20 points and
hmm,
summarized, but that
hmm,
knowledge
hmm.
was not transferred.
Correct, correct.
You assumed. Ki,
Hmm,
so the thing is, GPT is not a person that you can assume that this person will understand. You have to take it as a scholar or a nursery student
hmm,
who
hmm,
is very efficient in doing tasks, who is very bright. But you have to
hmm,
explain very clearly.
hmm, hmm,
Any
hmm.
assumptions it will not make.
Okay, okay.
Like it cannot think that 20 slides. It says that PPT is very text heavy. Not text heavy is
Hmm,
confusing statement to GPT. What
hmm,
does text heavy
hmm,
means?
hmm,
What
hmm.
does text heavy means? It's very confusing statement for GPT. Do you
Yeah.
mean that because GPT may be extracting all the text and it is seeing, let us say, 20 slides, let us say there is 1,000 words, arbitrarily saying.
Hmm,
Suppose I
hmm,
extract it, paste it in a Word document, let us say there are 1,000 words. So does now GPT, the problem with GPT is it will not ask you straight away back questions. It is not till date not meant to
hmm,
question back the person who is using it.
hmm,
Until unless
hmm,
that's a certain tweak I do explicitly, it will never ask you back till date.
hmm,
Till now, whatsoever progress has been made, it will never ask you anything back.
hmm,
The
hmm,
problem is that once it is not asking, and then it will also is the your that kind of friend or that kind of assistant will always try to please you. It's just like your PhD
hmm,
scholar, somebody like that who will not dare back ask you. It will
yeah.
think that whatsoever you have said, this is the best knowledge that this person can give me, and I will work my best effort.
Yeah.
Then what is happening is because I am right now controlling this session, helping you out. Else, after 15
Hmm,
minutes, you will get frustrated. Like you will get frustrated with a scholar that you are not able to do. But
hmm,
we do not think back. Have we told it explicitly what you are expected to do? Because right
hmm,
now we are interacting away, and at the same time, maybe millions of people are also pulling it. It is not stored in. It's a software not inside. It's a somewhere in the cloud, and multiple people. It is serving so many people across the globe.
hmm, hmm,
Especially the free version. Especially the free version is heavily loaded. You are
hmm.
having the free version, right, or the paid version?
Yes, the free version.
Free
Free.
version, right? So everybody is pulling it, and it is trying to process every request. Blah blah blah. It is coming very quickly. And
Hmm, hmm,
so now what we are going to do is we are going to give the other information that you have not passed till now. It may not be perfect, but I will still not assist you. I want you to go to the where now you can write. Do not start any new chat. Go to the point where you can type again. Yeah, means ask anything, right? Where you can
hmm,
type anything.
yeah, yeah.
So
Hmm,
now you tell me. No, now you have to tell GPT
hmm,
uh, like something. So
hmm,
there is I need some modifications. There is
hmm,
was some miscommunication, and then type other things that you have to explicitly tell. I do not want the slide numbers to get reduced. I do not want the slide number should get reduced. The current presentation will be having some 20 slides. Please maintain that slide number. Please maintain a slide number. Sorry, slide count. So is right, right? Slide number. It will take 20. So we have to be very
hmm.
clear with the English also. Please maintain the slide count. Please maintain the slide count
Of
is
20.
20 of 20. And now for each slide, give me 5 bullet points, and each bullet point should be of 10 to 15 words. If you want, because you want a text, if 15 words or more, you can write of 10 words, max 10 words. Give me 5 bullet points in each slide of 10 words, with max 10 words per each point. Don't worry
Okay,
for
so you
some
have to be
grammatical
very
errors.
specific. You have to be very
Yeah.
specific. That
Now
means.
let us see. It may not be still perfect, but let us execute it. Let us see what it gives. If you are satisfied, if you want to add something, you can add.
No,
But
I think this
you
is okay.
okay? So let's execute it.
Yeah.
Now see what it is trying to tell. It is not generating, but you also have to read what it is trying to tell.
Hmm. 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 Now there is more information which was not there in the earlier.
Output is there. Means if you keep on going down, it will be there.
Yeah.
Output is
Yeah.
complete. Complete.
Correct. Okay. This is very interesting.
So so
Hmm.
20 slides will come, and it will get a conclusion over there.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what you are still not liking, is there something you are not liking, or because this is a rough draft? If anybody else think that they are also
Hmm.
doing the same, what is this, entrepreneurship, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
This is
entrepreneurship.
entrepreneurship.
So
Hmm.
anybody else also, suppose you can also assume that this was a presentation that you have taken from somewhere, and now you want to adapt it in your context, or you want to use it. Anybody else also wants, we can. This is a rough draft. Don't think that Professor Gina's original PPT is getting something is happening. That's not happening.
Uh, can I give a prompt about something which is not there in the slide? Like I would want there is some examples to get added
Sure,
to these schemes. Can I
sure,
mention that?
sure, sure.
Okay.
So now don't execute it, because I am finding some issue in content. Where these schemes, which schemes? You are writing these
Where,
schemes.
okay. Where the above mentioned schemes.
Means are there specific slides on which schemes are mentioned? What it is? Schemes, where
So
schemes?
so these Skill India, Digital India, Startup India schemes, Stand Up
Okay,
India.
okay, okay, okay. Let us execute it. This is the fine. Means, add examples from Indian startup ecosystem where the above mentioned schemes have been utilized. Yeah, means it will give you
Okay.
somewhere you
Okay.
will move to the positive direction only. Don't worry. Execute it.
Okay. Cred Cred Avenue is a notable beneficiary.
At the end, I think every slide is having something added to
Yeah,
it.
Startup Hub connected them to mentors. Dunzo leveraged simplified compliance rules. NASCOM, Razorpay emerged a fintech unicorn. Official onboarding procedure, received DPIIT
So
recognition.
what I need you to do for the help of the participants who are also there, just
Hmm.
rather than scrolling, compare slide, let us say any slide 6 or slide 8 to the previous output, so that others can also see, because this is your content. Everybody, you are able to
Yeah,
understand, but we have to also help the
yeah,
other people who are sitting. So
correct.
now you have to tell that slide 10 versus slide 10 in the old output is actually a difference or not, or any other slide.
Okay, so you want me to take the real slide or the the
Just
response that we've
just
response only?
before response, when
Okay,
you wanted, and you were
okay,
not having example, and you
sure.
showed that you wrote the prompt that I want the example. So just neck to neck
Huh.
comparison.
Okay,
Take
okay, okay.
you
So
got
slide 10 and 11, can everybody see? So this is slide 10 and 11. Now let me go
just hold
up.
it. So when the people give you a thumbs up, then please go. Let the
Yeah,
people read. Which, and you also
yeah,
highlight that this is the example.
yeah,
This is the example,
yeah.
and then
So this
we
is
will compare. Actually, something has happened or not. No, slide 11 you said, right,
so
or slide 10. You
Shiro's
have to be
is an
very
okay. Slide 10.
very
Slide 10 you can.
okay. Be very clear with that, else people are
Yeah.
confused.
So this is
Okay.
the new edition. Yeah.
So let us go back and let us see is a new addition or not. Means others people may not be because this is your content. You have to understand that there are other people who do not understand.
Yeah, yeah,
We are
yeah.
having just slide 10. Go to straight away slide 10.
Okay. So I see one difference that in terms of the eligibility or the content, slide 10 had more factual, real information, which in the newer version got a bit reduced because an example got added. And that is why maybe because I had mentioned that I need 5 bullet points only.
Okay, so the
But can,
thing with yeah, that is one thing. And the second thing is that the GPT is that every time you regenerate, it will not give you exactly the same word by word. It is not like an R or Python or an Excel code when we line write the same code every time the same thing will happen. What
hmm,
happens is
hmm,
there is a very basic. Means I will not go much to technical side. Means let us say there are one lakh words that are spread across.
hmm,
Based upon how you prompt, it tries to estimate that with the probability that which is the next best word to choose from. So every time you regenerate, it is not like any coding language. We are coding it. We are learning. Means those who were there with there in my previous workshop is we are trying to tame what appears to be untamable.
okay.
That was the agenda when I am pitching in prompt engineering should learn
Hmm,
because that is what how
hmm,
even
hmm,
how the variability can be reduced even with the
hmm.
ideal means not ideal same prompt word to word space to space even then the outputs will differ but the variability or the variance in those outputs will be much less compared to people who do not use a systematic prompt pattern.
Okay. Okay.
So this was okay. What
Yeah.
is still troubling you?
Um, now, so I
go
had
to the
once.
go to the down like fresh output.
Yeah, yeah. So once I had generated a PDF from the content I had pasted, and I asked them to make some cases, and it made a worksheet wherein cases on one page and the answers on another page, caselets. Um, so can I get a PDF from this or a PPT?
See, exactly, it will not come. Then you have to say, give me this output. Miss, you have to quote it like this. This copy, no?
Like,
This I.
would you like me to now place all this content into beautifully
Okay,
formatted?
so if
So
it
can I
can
say
generate,
yes?
yeah. Let us see if it can generate for you. Miss Clouder will not generate. Maybe your GPT is able to generate. Yes, please generate. It may give you a PowerPoint presentation. Maybe.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, if anybody else wants to also discuss, you can put your questions on the chat so that I can. When I know that Professor Jinal is done, I can take your questions, and I know somebody is also there who wants some their own content to discuss. Because I will not present anything from my side. You ask me, I will assist you. Let us see what this presentation has come in. How this professor
Can I
present.
download?
Yeah, yeah. Please click and download and open it.
Mention the desktop and I go desktop and are you able to
Yep.
see the new PPT?
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Uh,
So
Based on the last response, this is exactly like that.
yes. So because whatsoever you have quoted, that is the last response only. Slide by it has made
Yeah.
you a PPT. From here, you have to make
Yeah.
all the designs and all you have to add. Else, you have to use
Hmm.
those paid versions
Hmm.
and all of those softwares
Hmm. Hmm.
and so on and so forth. So from content wise, this content has been reduced.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if 100% your problem is solved, 100% not solved. In you
I think to a great extent it has solved because in the class, if I want to use, I don't want a very text heavy slide. I just want bullet key points, and then I would like to build upon it in the class.
if you
And
are
maybe a little
yeah
back and forth I'll have to do some more time,
Yeah.
Maybe with a
So
because
no.
this was
So
a very factual kind of, yeah.
back and forth in what sense? Back and forth in what sense?
So maybe uh, so this was a very factual kind of data information, a scheme. But suppose if I have to talk about, say, concepts like segmentation, which vary in terms of basic wordings, okay, from book to book, from website to website, or what examples are we using. So over there, some back and forth I would like to see if it can give me. I would like more examples to come, basically from different sectors, from different industries.
Different sectors, different industries. Yeah, but you want examples to be of different sector, different industries, right?
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah.
that's what students grasp. They don't grasp so much of theory. That
You
just goes.
grasp, student grasp, but who will tell this to GPT? You didn't tell to GPT.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
You didn't tell.
Okay. Yeah,
Sakshi,
yeah.
Miss, while you do this, ma'am, for Miss, what I'm going to say, Miss, you do, Miss, you go back to your GPT and type what
Yeah.
you want to do. Miss, you should check that I need some more modifications,
Hmm.
and here are my requirements, and then you type what you explicitly told. Try these slides where you mention the factual reliability. Just don't execute it.
And
Once you're done typing, Miss, I will come. I will say, don't
hmm,
execute it. Let me. I
hmm.
will read it. Just I'm going to share something with Sakshi's requirement. Miss Sakshi, the problem is that the workshop Miss may get done somewhere down the line, but again, either you do the Coursera course, but that may or may not help you specifically in business context, but because that is a generic course. But the workshop that I did, I had a playlist uploaded on YouTube, so I'm just going to give you a link for that. So it's a very lengthy means how you browse it, because everything is there. But I'm just giving you, and for everybody else also, the URL where the complete content is loaded. So the previous iteration of the workshop was recorded, and all the content is loaded on this URL. It's a heavy content, like it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So how you summarize and how can this is my help that I can give you. Else there's a course on Coursera, but that will not exactly hit the business context or education context. You will learn a lot. That is rules wide. I have started learning 8 months ago from that only. It helped me a lot. But context knowledge, it may not come. You will find some other courses from other universities that are education specific, but they will not tell you uh, the science behind prompts. Science behind prompts only Jules White course tells. Other people will just be like, other courses will just be like LinkedIn. So use these 5 prompts and see the magic. They will People will not have the logic behind that. I'm also trying to tell right now. Just Google prompt engineering Coursera. You prompt engineering Coursera, the first hit will come. Just Google prompt engineering Coursera, use White, it will come. First hit, first search will come. So let me see what it is written. Modify these slides wherein you mention the factual eligibility and skill requirement to this. System of the report data from next field. Can you give me more than 5 bullet points? You can give me more than 5 bullet. Yes. I mean, it's decent enough. Decent enough.
Okay.
Executed.
So I think it's going to make a PPT again because the previous command was about PPT.
Let us see. Let us see. Yeah, it has updated your PowerPoint straight away. Real startup examples supporting industry data.
Let's see. This is the okay. Now the points have increased. Mm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you satisfied with
Yeah.
this improvement? Is there a significant improvement with what you had in mind and after this 40 minutes of
Yes.
discussion?
Yes. Yes. From the first slide, I mean the first upload that I did and the final this one, I think it's really good enough to use in a class. Yeah.
So, anybody else wants to add something or wants to ask something? Of course, I know Professor Jinal will have much more things to ask me, but I also want to give some more time because we have half of our time is past. But anybody else has some other things that they need to discuss? Yes, please, Sakshi. When anybody else wants to have some demonstration, something like that. But the thing is, you have to come on the screen, share your screen. I will not present. It's a Q&A. You ask, I answer. Else, I will have a workshop and then charge you. This is a phase. You ask, you bring your questions, I answer. Try my best to answer. I'm not guaranteeing you I will answer, but I try my best to answer. Sakshi, are you typing something? You can come to the mic and. So, Sakshi, AI is better or not? It's just like how you choose a car. No car is better, no car is worse. It is just like what meets your needs. So when I present my AI, or if you see your YouTube videos, you will find that I have access to all the models that are very common. But the thing is that I have got affinity to use Claude. The thing is that it's just like a car. Means you do not see how which car is there. There are cars of 5 lakh rupees also. There are car of 5 crore rupees also. There are car of 50 lakh rupees also. You drive a car, whichever car suits you, meets your requirement. You buy that. It is not any perfect car. Everybody has their own uh, what they seek, their own requirements, what they seek. So the initial phases you have to be very open. Means I tried ChatGPT also, I tried Gemini also, I tried Claude also, but somehow over the period while these models were struggling, they have improved very drastically in, let us say, in last 1 year. But while they were still reaching the statement, today some news were there that it has passed the Turing tests. Now the Turing test simply means the content generated, a person cannot differentiate is it AI generated or human generated. Right now, today ChatGPT means content is coming right now out what ChatGPT 4.5 and the very advanced model is generating. Out of 100 times, 72 times people are not able to catch. Earlier, we were all able to catch as an instructor, those who were teaching that this is AI content. Some keywords were there that straight away hinted us that this is AI content, AI content. But the recent tests that have been done, the future will tell that within 6 months, 100% of time, you will not be able to catch. Is it person written or human AI written? So since the thing is that means you have to use every model, use the free versions. Every model gives you a free version, and then you will understand yourself that which suits your requirement. They will claim everything that we are good at coding, somebody is good at reasoning, somebody this and that. But for the thing is a normal day-to-day use. Even I am sitting as an instructor, but if I instructor or means a car example continuing, if I want to go from place A to place B, it doesn't matter if my car can reach a speed of 200 km per hour, or it just goes at 60 km per hour. My is the AC should work, and I should be able to reach. So then it's not worth fighting for. What is your aim? Do you want to develop very heavy, intensive, this and that, very creative and very exhaustive work? Then you may go for higher models, but the higher the models go, the higher the price also goes. But for our application-based usage, I don't find with free versions. Okay, I know there are limitations. What I use, I have paid 20,000 rupees, so I know I get something out. which is better than the free version. But I do not, even if I have access, I do have access to GPT 4.5, but I don't use it. I have access to that emotional intelligence, but there's no need for me. I'm not doing for emotional intelligence. I have to do some other work, which Claude does better than me.
Sir, can you guide for any AI tool for AI for image generation? The images that we would like to use
So
on our
right now,
slide.
your only tool GPT will give you images as
Okay.
is always a hook and crook. Miss Light, the basic problem is that GPT has tried to solve it with a recent, like within last, let us say 2 weeks only,
Hmm.
that language like word errors should
Hmm.
not happen. So if you give GPT, but if you do not want to have words, most of the things will do. You do not say that write these words. If you omit that, then most of the any free software will generate an image that has given you the rights. But
Okay.
other than chat GPT and all, every time is some spelling mistake or some blurriness will happen. But
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
you avoid the text that do not write any code and all, then the images become very, most of the things will serve your purpose. But only prompt this recently only ChatGPT has went to the level in which we directly from text to images they can do. No third parties involved, because once it was having that this GPT was doing it, giving it its work to some other sister app, then taking it back. So things are were getting loose, not perfect, and still happens now, but they are trying to improve.
Okay.
Any other thing, anybody has curiosity to develop any other content they want to see? Case study I cannot teach in 15 minutes. Case study is like 5 hours workshop. And also you should know how to write a case before doing using GPT to write a case. So how you can use GPT during teaching sessions on innovation and entrepreneurship to make it more interactive? But for that is general advice, means it's not about innovation and entrepreneurship. Means what you want, what do you define by? The question is not topic. The question is how. What do you define by interaction and participation? That's the right question to ask. Topic comes second. What you define by interaction and participation? That is what you have to communicate, and then only GPT will be able to tell. And then if you want to see, then you have to share your screen, and then we will see some things if you are ready for that.
Sir, understood. Actually, I don't have any like ready-made PPT with me. So,
No, no, not ready-made. PPT is not ready-made needed, but you have to share your screen, and then we will brainstorm the thing. First thing you have
okay,
to define. First thing you have to define what do you mean by interaction and participation. What is the measurement yardsticks for interaction and participation? Because every faculty will have, those who are there will have their own benchmarking of interaction and participation.
sure. So yeah, so again, sir, basically the students are basically asking questions. They are like more involved in that in the classroom. That is for me the baseline.
Okay. So this is very generic output. I will request you just share your screen,
Sure,
put
sir.
this and put this thing only, because then only you will also start brainstorming. Like we started with the previous thing, right? Whatever you have in mind, you put, and then we will fine tune it. If a person is hesitant to share the screen, then it will be a challenge.
Sir, I'm trying to share it. 1 second. Sir, is the screen visible?
Yes.
So,
Do not write. How can we use GPT? How can I use uh, Miss generative AI, something like? Yeah, that's fine. How can I use GPT? Let it go. Teaching session to make it more interactive. Okay. Now the thing is, what your yardstick that you have to write. Suggest some case class, something what you want. That's fine. That's fine. It will adjust for some minor spelling mistake. You can execute it.
Okay. Ask GPT to generate 3 unique startup ideas. Okay, fine. Okay, here it's been more specific. It's giving the prompt also.
See, your question was very generic, so it gave you a generic output. That is where I started with Professor Jinal also.
Right.
I'm not stopping you. You have to find, you have to tell me that this is not the right thing. It's the right thing, that's fine. That it works for you. I will not say, I'm no one, I'm not a subject matter expert in entrepreneurship and innovation. So you are the subject matter expert. Please, this point is very important. Uh, you have to be a subject matter expert in the sense that whatsoever GPT is given, you should have the command to evaluate it. You should not take the things that are coming out as the thing that are truth. Veracity should be questioned, and you should have the power to understand that what the content is right or not. In case you do not understand entrepreneurship and innovation, it's not the right thing to ask me give activities, because that activities may or it may have hallucinated. It may have totally hallucinated and given you an output that a person who is not aware may think that this is the best. And then suppose a student comes in class and then the student and the faculty says, "What is this?" Totally wrong. So now you have to tell us that the output that has come, is it meeting your need or not? It has given you some seven something.
Yes, sir. So I'm now, like you said, I understand that point. Yes, sir. I'm trying to now ask more pointed question over here. So some activities specific to the ideation stage of design thinking. I get your point, sir.
So just let us say first two activities that come up. Is this what are you satisfied with? Are you
Sir, yeah, actually, I'll again try to further refine this. Basically, when I'm talking of ideation, it was again a general thing. I'll give them combinations. I'll give them some industry. I'll give them like a specific problem statement, and then probably ask to generate ideas on that.
you have to tell GPT that you
Understood.
want
Yeah.
activities of such kind. Now you type that what you have in mind. You cannot keep anything in mind.
Mhm.
Just take it. Just take it as your partner, in which you have to be very truthful to both. Unless you tell, that partner will not understand. It cannot see your face. That what you're trying to do. No emotions can work. You have to be verbally very, very clear what you want. Then it will behave. And this thing is not for with anybody who's attending. It comes with practice, practice, practice. It may take you 6 months to 1 year. Just practice. Keep on practicing. Don't give up. If you're frustrated, don't. Means if you have time, means if you don't have time, like Professor Gino was telling that I need to do some back and forth. So back and forth, okay, if you don't have time. But if you have time, then use it. prompting only. So then only you will understand this is working, that is working. And then the next time you do the same exercise, you will be writing, okay, that was the last sentence which gave me the best output. So now that last sentence will be the first sentence this time, then second time. Because you know what worked the previous time, what didn't work. So whatever worked will be the first thing to come in the next sentence. Yes, Rajakshi, please. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, I would like to know one thing. How are the research scholars or the professors are using this chat GPT to write research papers? So I have seen certain claims on LinkedIn and everywhere that you can use chat GPT to write research papers, do a good literature review, and you can humanize the content. So it is not detectable by the plagiarism softwares, and it does not even comes generated by AI. Is that possible, like even the paid version, or is it just the publicity gimmicks or something
It
like
is
that?
it is possible, but the critique to it is if you do is the thing is I find writing cases easy and not problematic because I have written 6 to 8 cases the hard way. The cases that were actually written. So even if I use GPT today to write a case, I can write a case in 3 hours. I do write a case, I give my exams GPT case based, and students love it. I adapt the case totally. But the thing is that the generation, means the younger generation that is doing the PhD right now, if they don't learn the actual, let's suppose not the paper, let us say statistics. If you don't understand what R square is, adjusted R square is, and what regression uses, you straight away ask GPT, please, my professor asked me to perform a regression analysis. Please perform this regression analysis. This is my dependent, independent. And suppose you do not learn, you do not understand VIF, everything else. It gives you a lot of output. You copy paste it, everything you humanized, everything is not AI detected. But trust me, however feel anybody, you or anybody feels bad, you will suffer very badly in the long run. You will suffer very badly. In any FRS you go, the first question comes up, what is VIF? Because in your output VIF will be there once you run a regression. They will ask what is VIF, what is tolerance, what is the linkage. And now then you cannot say let me do GPT. The moment you say let me do GPT, they will say okay, we are done. The thing is that now answering to your cheat code, yeah, it can be done. You have to use Scholar GPT, and that Scholar GPT has access to all the resources and all. It will do a literature review. It will do a fantastic literature review. But the
That
only
is
thing is done, it will do it.
yes. Okay. Is it a paid version, sir?
Right now, yeah, Scholar GPT is paid version, which I can even show you.
Okay.
Uh,
So data analysis, I'm not looking for data analysis through chat GPT, but yes, of course, sometimes writing long paragraphs and doing a literature review becomes
Literature
time
writing part
consuming.
is different, but if you are trying to omit the getting the yourself familiar with the context, you do not suppose whatever topic you are working on. What is your thesis topic?
No, I am familiar with the context. I have written a research paper. I am just trying to minimize the
Yeah,
human
that is
efforts.
fine. That is
Yeah.
fine. That is fine. What is where I
Or
was
maybe
talking?
refining the introduction. So, for example, I have
Yes,
written the
yes.
introduction, but I need to refine it a bit.
That is welcome. That is welcome. Just a second. Screen is coming and I go. So this is your deep research is here. So whatever you want to do, it will do. Miss this Scholar version. I will switch to Scholar new. Now you see all the universities are doing it. This is totally fine.
Okay.
Trusted by universities and organizations around the world, Harvard, MIT, this and blah 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 blah. Blah.
Okay,
But do you
wonderful.
think AI generated literature review can go to a systematic literature review and get published? I do not think so
It
because
will be. It will show the. It will show generated through AI. The
you
Turnitin
have
and
to
everything.
write a disclosure. Means I that the paper that I have written today. So at the bottom of the screen, if you see, means let me zoom in slightly. I have given a clear. Means I had the vision that I want to generate, but I clearly written. And this paper was developed with research and editorial systems from Claude and so on
Okay.
and so forth. I have very clearly mentioned that idea was mine, brainstorming was mine, how to write the prompts were mine. I was having an idea, but all the refinement, all the uh, to and fro debating what can look like as a good white paper.
Hmm.
So I have given the disclaimer that AI assistance disclosure clearly, so that nobody can from tomorrow challenge me that and challenge my job that this was AI generated. Because different universities, some are accepting, some are not accepting. Tomorrow it should not happen. That I clearly written that this is disclaimer that this text whosoever is reading, this is AI assistance was there.
And sir, it includes citations as well, like the AI takes the in-text citations and everything. Or maybe I can mention that I need these paper citations in it.
You need paper citation. Yeah, it will give you citations. It will give you citations. Means, only thing is that you have to check. Sometimes it gives you right, sometimes gives you wrong.
Hmm.
So you have to check that the citations are existing or not.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Aditya,
Thank you
I've
so much.
uploaded it. Aditya, I've uploaded in archive also. Sooner or later it will get accepted, and that's it. Archive. That max I can do. Archive is
Okay.
repository. So sooner or later it will come on that. Aditya's question.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So you may have 36 hours if you want to do something mischief with it. After 36 hours, it will get accepted with our archive, and then it will be mentioned against my name only. It's your. I do not care. Do you have a copyright date? So that is how archive is. Somewhere you have to trace. So before uploading on social media, I uploaded on archive. So there's always a timestamp that this document was first uploaded by whom. That is what how they track it. Whose original document is that? So I have done my part. Now anybody who uses it, it's free to use. Anybody else? Anything?
So,
We are still
when
there
is
for
your
five
next
minutes.
workshop going to happen?
So I have to find what is the demand it is because I was looking into marketing and all, but it's just not finalized. I want to have something very detailed in marketing. And all.
So can you take a case study development or something? Maybe a
So
long, 2-3 hours.
no, I need to have some at least 50 participants to break even economy wise. So I'm not sure how many 50 registrations will come or not on such niche case studies and all. Participants to write a case-based examinations or that kind of uses. And then the thing is, even if you do that, it will not be published because in IB and all, you need the organization's NOC data release form. Those who are familiar with cases, though everybody
Yeah,
you should
yeah,
have an NOC. So hypothetical cases at the end, GPT will give you some arbitrary hypothetical case. So that case will not get published. For teaching purposes, you can always use and always say that this is AI generated. For teaching evaluation, I use it. That uh, whenever I need to give an exam, because most of the cases are 8 to 10 pages, so they are still doesn't fit the 1500 word limit. They are more than 1500 word limit, and students don't have that time. So I make very brief cases, like a brief case that type, and that's fine for internal evaluation or internal assessment purposes, but not for publication.
Okay.
अरे आदित्य सर ये है you are so much this is not government that is different ARXIV all the foreign universities do this uh, so yeah this is by Cornell University. This is archive. Only computer science and economics paper can be uploaded. So I passed my generative AI marketing paper as an archive, as a computer science paper. And now I'm not sure they will accept or not, but time precedence, at least time precedence established that I was the first to submit. And already 12 hours has passed. So a lot of time precedence has been there that it was generated. You want to further see the proof? No. Here's the proof. They will ask you to make your official account only. Log into archive. There's an own policy and all. So this is the 24/7 critical pitfalls. Archive uploaded, official account, LinkedIn account link, Birla affiliation link, and this is how this much is fine. Now, Government of India, Patent of India in India, hardly anything is copyright. Hardly anything. people buy 2 hard copies and use it for 200. So that is nothing can be done. But this is the way I can at least show a time precedence order. Nobody can at least say to me back that I cannot use my own model. You use my model, that's fine. But don't tell me that I cannot use my own model. I submitted it well before I uploaded on social media. So anything else?
No, sir.
Anything else? Okay, no, nothing else. I was expecting, not our time is run out. That is a different thing. I was expecting somebody will ask how to prepare MCQs and all, but nobody asked me. So that's fine. How to prepare MCQs and all. But maybe because the attendance was low and those people who filled on the form that attendance asked for making quizzes and all. I was expecting somebody will ask me to make quizzes. So I could have discussed that, provided that content
So
is
you
there.
can please tell how to make quizzes.
Share your screen. I will not tell. I just verbally supervisor kind of notionary role. You start the exercise.
Hmm.
If I start telling, I have to charge you. You have to share your screens at any content. Any content is fine.
I
Are
am
you going to do that?
actually
Sir,
connected through
is it
phone.
sir, is
Yes.
it okay if I can leave right now because
Yes,
my
ma'am.
family is
Thank you, Jinal. Yes, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Sir,
It,
and
all,
thank you so much. It was very encouraging and
okay. So anybody else? If you're connecting to phone, that's your loss. You have to be. This was a live session Q&A. You ask, I answer. So somebody has, that's fine. Else we call it a day. As time is also up. Any else verbal questions? I'm most welcome. Okay, so no questions now left. And so thank you for your time. And the recording will be there on the YouTube, and I will email you. You will get the email because if you are registered, I will just copy it and send you the link. We will get it by tomorrow. Thank you for your time, and that's it from my side. In case some questions are left and I find more interest left, so on Friday I can have one more session. Other days I'm not available for this month, but on Friday again there's a holiday in India, so my college is off, so I can have one more session at the same time. But if I get genuine request, so that's it from my time. I'm stopping the recording and wish you a great day ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope everybody got to take something from the exercise also.